परफेक्ट, थैंक यू। डन। और एक कर सकते हो, अभी मुझे मालूम नहीं ये कैसे दिखता है, कि भी यूट्यूब में ये दिख रहा है नहीं दिख रहा है, तो कुछ पता चलेगा कि ये अपना लाइव, ये लाइव आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है। आप एक सेकंड के लिए ज्वाइन करने के
Super.
बाद निकल जाना,
Hello.
देखने के लिए।
Hi, Dr. Hemang. I think we're live. This
हाँ?
is perfect.
हाँ?
Awesome.
कोई लिंक तो ऑटोमेटिक आएगा ना सबको
Chalo, let's
नोटिफिकेशन
start.
यूट्यूब से।
We can welcome everybody in and super. It's gonna be great.
हम्म। तो
अभी अभी
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Hello. My name is Dr. Rahul. Before we start the session, I want you to think about the last time you faced a minor health hurdle. Can be a cough, digestive, indigestion, or a constant feeling about the burnout. What was your first reaction? All you had. For most of us, it can be to rush to the pharmacy, to a doctor, or for the medications, antibiotics, can be anything. But I want you to know about there is a different way. I remember a meeting a lady during the consultation. She was struggled about her digestive issues, recurring digestive issues for years, many years. I think around 5 to 10 years is suffering. She had tried countless uh, expensive supplements, antibiotics, and many medications. But nothing seems to be like working. Then there's one day she met with a Ayushakti practitioner. She shared her problem, the health issues with her. The practitioner asked her, "Do you have a kitchen at your home?" She said, "Yes, I have." Then he asked her, "Do you have these stuffs in your kitchen?" She said, "Yes, I use this daily in my kitchen to cook the food." Then the practitioners asked her to take these stuffs in this much quantity with this, like with warm water, and have it every day, twice a day. Within a couple of days, she weren't just managed, but they were reversing the issues. She realized that her kitchen wasn't just a place to cook the food, but that had been waiting for her to understand that the language of her own body. The man who gave her that guidance, who has helped the thousands of people reclaim their health through the home remedies, the ancient wisdom, is Dr. Krishna Pankaj Naram. He is here today to share with us to turn our kitchen, pantry into a center of healing and our daily routine into a powerful strategy of longevity. It's an absolute honor to have with him with us. So please join with me, giving a warm, heartfelt welcome to Dr. Krishna Pankaj Naram.
Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. So much love to you. So much love. Oh my God. This was the most unexpected and what a beautiful introduction. Thank you, Dr. Rahul. I am beyond joyed. All those who know Dr. Rahul, raise your hand. And all those who just loved the way Dr. Rahul actually introduced, just let's clap for him. Let's clap for what he did. Oh, this is so cool. Big welcome. Heartfelt and powerful and enthusiastic welcome to everybody who's here. That's so cool. Zainab, hello, hello. Where are you from? I'm so glad to meet you. I've never seen your name on the calls before, so just
Hi,
welcome.
hi. No, you know me. You. I am
Oh, Zainab.
Zula.
Oh
Zula.
my
I
God.
am Zula. I am sister, Rinara's sister, and
Ah,
you was one time you talking with my son, and yes, I am old member.
okay. Now I remember. Because Ariston, I know,
Yes,
but I
Ariston
thought
is my
the
son.
picture
Yeah.
and the name doesn't sound familiar if they're
Mm.
combined
Here's
together.
my full name that I never used before, but now I use it.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Happy to see
Beautiful.
you. Thank you very much.
So excited of all of us who's here. And Geraldine, I'm very glad to see you. Dhyana, Kailash, Dr. Anka, Mary, Raven, and Aparna Karmalkar. Are you a doctor or are you just Aparna? Aparna. Aparna. Welcome, welcome. And Niharika and Luis, I'm glad to meet you today. So many months since I've got to meet you and say hello to you. So good. Deborah, Dr. Tom is here. Wow. So there are a couple of people who I don't recognize or may not remember. Namita Sinha, have we met before? Gail is here and Nada is here. Welcome, Nada. So happy you're here. Monica, Susan, Julie. Julie, glad that you're here. Yeah, and I'm so glad you're here. Dr. Aarti, you're here. So fun, so cool. Christina, we just met in Mumbai and in the wedding, and even Jan and several of us we met at the wedding. So I was so glad. Nusrat Didi is here. Wow. Suddenly I see your super. Now, some of the names are changing. If I have not said your name, I still mean it that I'm so glad you're here today. And I'm excited that we're together. Today is, I believe, one of the most powerful calls we will have of this whole year. Because today, while sitting in the clinic, I was working on a list. And just while writing, preparing for what we'll discuss today, I wrote about, I think, over 30 ingredients. And these are all that are easily found in your kitchen. They're present in most kitchens. And if you don't have them, then you can easily get them. It's not like that some ingredient which is just present in one part of the world and that's it. There might be a couple in this which may be difficult to find, but nothing impossible what you cannot get over Amazon or anything locally found. Nina, namaste, namaste. Okay, Nina is also new. I have not, maybe I don't remember Nina, but I'm just glad you're here. Super.
Hi,
Okay,
Dr.
let's.
Krishna. I am not new. I've been doing all the work since, I guess, 2020 and up. And I was also following your father, Dr. Pankaj Krishna, watching every show that he
Ah,
used to do it from New Jersey. So actually, I am an old follower since long, long, long time ago. And I've done a lot of your courses also. And I am very familiar to a lot of faces here on this call. But thank you. Appreciate your love and appreciate all that you do. And I'm actually a patient of your mother.
Acha, really? My
Yes.
mommy is around, but she's little in something right now. I will
Okay.
convey to mommy. Nina, thank you. I'm grateful that we have remained in touch for so many years and
Yes.
so
When I come
looking
to
forward to
Mumbai, I
meet you.
definitely see your mom.
Wow, so beautiful then. Areva, this is beautiful then.
Yes.
I'm very
Thank you.
happy.
And thank you
Thank
always.
you. Thank you so much. Thank you. So I think we're from It's amazing. So look, this is a important list of about 30 ingredients which you can find anywhere in your kitchen. Easily you can find. Now the most important intention was that how can we be aware of what is in this list, what are the qualities of these things, and can they be segregated in a few categories. So I realized that in this list, I'll share it later on with you, but right now, when I was making it, I realized that some of them are things that increase digestion. Some of them are things that balance doshas, meaning they don't have, oh, okay. Can you hear me now? Is it audible?
We can hear you, but we can't see you anymore.
Huh. Mm, maybe I'll join from another device and then you'll be able to see me. Hmm. Okay. I've joined from another device just for the possibility that we can see each other. Can you see me better now?
Yes.
Yes.
I can't see you, sorry.
I can't see you either. Now I can see you.
Now we can see you.
Okay,
Small
super.
screen. It's not a full screen, but we can still see
Yeah,
you.
this is my cell phone. I'll try to figure.
Now you are muted.
You're muted, Krishna. Hear you.
Okay, this is good. This is far better now.
Perfect.
Awesome. Perfect. Super. Now,
You frozen, but no, it's okay. All good now.
yeah. Okay, good. Oh my God. I just freak out when I get these issues and challenges. It's beyond sometimes capacity to handle. Okay, good. The intention of now this call is first to share with you some amazing things that happened today so that what we discuss will make more sense. And today I met with two, just this beautiful couple. The mom was at the Malad clinic today. She was practicing. And this couple came after, I think, 9 months. I only heard from them that they delivered and they have a baby boy. But important is to know something behind and then to what we're getting to in the home remedies. So, Dr. Rahul, can you share that screen to particular report? Awesome. So this here is rubella that's coming at the count of 173. So not only it's positive, but it's 173. 73. 10 and above is positive. 173. Extremely high. Now let's go on to the next. It is also ANA positive and double positive. So it's quite high, quite high. ANA positive. So now let me give you a background now. In 2022, they started trying to conceive. They conceived, and at 7.5 months, they had hydro fetus. That's what I can remember. Meaning hydrop fetus. That means water ends up filling in different parts of the fetus body organs, and at a certain point it can become deadly for the mother as well. And after birth there would be 24/7 care in the intensive care, or different kinds of conditions can develop after that. It's very fatal. So they had to abort. Now in 2023, again they tried. And at that time, in the third month, it happened. So the mother told me today that I was just, my whole family, everybody, first of all, the second time it happened, it meant that less than 1% of people on this planet will ever get this. And the actual data, she said that I was told it's 0.1% people get this. The bigger question was, why me? Why I have to suffer in this? And why I cannot ever conceive? Why am I ANA positive? I don't do anything that could make me ANA positive. But why me then? Over that, every family member would come and ask her one up to 5 times a day, what happened now? When is the next time you are trying? Why are you going through this? Is there something wrong with you? And a lot of gossip. So that just destroyed her ability to feel peaceful and ever hope to even be a mother again. Now, this is, when is this report? ANA positive is on August 12th, 2024. Dr. Rahul, let's see the next one. Now, this is ANA. This report is on December 10th, 2024, and the result is negative. It's amazing. It's negative. Now, more important is, not only they conceived, they delivered. But when they conceived and none of the complications came and they delivered, their doctors were surprised and they said, we don't want to meet you only in the hospital, but we want to discuss with you beyond. What did you do? Why did it work? How did this came? How did this happen? So do you have a picture of mom with them, Dr. Rahul? Okay, if you have, you don't, it's okay. But this was amazing. This was beautiful. The next thing what happened was a young kid. His name is Divyam and his mother Dharmishta. So Divyam had come because he was a sports. He was in sports. Now this is very relevant because when we get to home remedies, this is very relevant. And without these stories, really why this works will not be very clear. So can I share one more story? Is that okay? Yeah. Stories are fun and stories just it's the best. So today Divyam and his mother Dharmishta had come. Dharmishta was just beautiful people. So genuinely heart to heart they were sharing. I got kind of like, wow, I forgot last time and I just kept listening to them. So Divyam and Dharmishta told me that Dharmishta, the mother, had come 22 years back to meet with Papa. And the reason she got Divyam was because she suffered from what the same thing Divyam was going through. That was breathlessness, wheezing, lot of weakness, losing weight to no end. So Dharmishta started with treatment with Papa, but at that time she said she had to quit giving her exam because the breathing was so difficult that during the exam she'd be tired, she could not write the paper anymore, and she had to just rest. So there were exams that she couldn't give even, and she was on some kind of whatever treatment, but nothing's was working at that time. Fifth grade, very, very young. That's when she started with all the things that Papa had given her. In about 2 years, she was so good, she stopped all the remedies and continued on with her life. And 22 years later, she said, I went through this, so I want to bring my son. Now, her son is in 10th grade, Divyam, when he started to have wheezing, breathlessness, so bad breathlessness that he had to quit playing badminton, and he was selected to represent his state at the state level championship, or his district at the state level championship. That's when he had to quit, because during the rehearsal, during the practice, it was no more possible for him to go without rest for half an hour, and then he had to rest. So when he quit all of this, no more possible to do sports. Dream of his life is gone. He was on pump and nebulization every 15 days. His mother was in tears because his mother felt, I went through this. How can I get my son out of this? There's no way for him to be helped. At that point, they met with mommy. And since 8 months, he just started, and within a week's time, he was back to his sports career, back to this. Now he's again back to representing his district at the state level in Mumbai. Sorry, in India. I don't know much about sports, so I will not tell you what state, what level, what was that competition, all of that. But the amazing part was that both of them got it, both of them got better, and very quickly and very deeply got better. So then I remembered last week there was someone from Sneha's family. Sneha's also here somewhere, so whenever mom and Sneha are here, I'd love for them to come and say hi. But we were both traveling to the factory and trying to figure out how we can improve the quality of the extracts or change something, make more impact. And at that time, one of her family members drove from a faraway city about 3 hours to meet. And he had a challenge that he kept losing weight, breathing challenges. And in the morning, they said he coughs a lot. Next day, when he was actually waking up, that's when Sneha's mom told me that no, he doesn't cough a lot. We thought he's going to die. That much he coughs. That now someone is going to leave their body. So very intense and not hungry, walks a little bit, is completely tired. So today I found out that his hunger is better, his strength is better. Just in a week's time, he's feeling so much better. Now all of this has one common point, which is what we'll be discussing today. All of this is centered on something very, very special. And what happens if we want to give them the herbs, we want to give them the diet, all of that, and it's a little bit tricky. So, initially, how do you still help someone? How do you still serve them with all your heart and all the way that is possible? So, one more story that is my favorite story, and then I want to share this with you. It's I was returning from one day from clinic. And have you heard when I shared the cardamom story, or the story with the hemorrhoids? Some of you have, some of you haven't. So just for the sake of those who haven't, I'm going to share that once more, because it's so special and it works. It worked incredibly fast. I mean, even I was surprised. So I know there's a person who is working in the security at the place where I live right now. Every day since the time he found out that I am doing Ayurveda, I practice Siddha Veda. Then he discovered that, oh, my father is Dr. Pankaj Naram. So he came and said, I met your father 20 years back. Everywhere I go in Mumbai or anywhere in the world, someone's met Papa or been treated by mom. It's amazing. After that, after a couple of weeks, he came up to me and said, there is a big problem I'm facing. And he's a good man. So he has like a broad forehead and big eyes, not scary big, but like just big round eyes. And when he smiles, you just see like he's so genuine. He's not having a tooth over here, but like a grandpa or a grandfather. Very, very nice walking around. And I can tell that the place where I stay, they have him because just he's a good person. I don't think if someone comes to do any theft, he would be of much benefit. But he is a good person, okay, and is just genuinely good person, good being. So then he came up to me and said, I am having a big challenge. Since 3 years, since 5 years, I have a problem of bawasir. Bawasir means hemorrhoids or piles. And then since 3 years, they're just burning and itching so bad, I cannot sit. If I sit long enough, I'm in such horrible itching, burning discomfort. I need to walk around, move, and come back. So that was, and he shared many more details, lot of more visual details. So for me, that was good enough to know what is happening. So can you help me? And I'm thinking that maybe I want to help, but I have a syrup I was making at that time, amazing syrup, but it's not ready yet. So what do I tell him? And I don't want him to just get herbs. I want to do something which is very targeted for him and works more faster than anything we have yet. So I was waiting for that syrup, and even he was waiting for the syrup. 1 week passed. I could not get the herbs for the syrup, so I didn't start making it. 2 weeks passed. I did not start. Every day I leave and come back. He looks at me with hopeful big eyes and like a little bit sad face. Any medicine possible? Any medicine possible? And then I remember all the description of hemorrhoids. Every day in the morning I leave, I'm seeing hemorrhoids. Every day in the evening I come back, I see hemorrhoids. And now too much hemorrhoids. So I'm trying to leave before his shift starts and come back after his shift ends, just so I don't have to face him. And I'm trying to hurry up in looking for all the herbs and collecting the ingredients to make that syrup, because I don't have any reply for him at this point. But he will not stop asking. He's the most powerfully persistent person on this planet. Now this could not go on for long, because after about a week of doing that, I felt, oh my god, I'm just spending 2 hours extra out of home to avoid facing him. I need to meet him and I need to give him some solution. So one day I just drove and went 2 hours away where the biggest herb market in Mumbai is there. If you all are here and would like to go with me, let me know earlier. Maybe we go together. If I'm going on my own anyways, during that time, I'll just time it so that you can also visit it. It's a fun place to go. I love it. While going there, I pick up some herbs, then I need spices. So we go to the spice market, and my cousin's father, papa's brother, younger brother, he makes a lot of good syrups. So when you're here, I'd love for you to try it out. And he connected me. He said, okay, Krishna, look, if you're buying herbs or spices, go get this person. So we get it. And now when I'm trying the spices, they're on a different level. The fragrance, everything is different compared to everything else that I was trying earlier. So I'm thinking, this is a different world. How the same looking spice, but it tastes different, it smells different. Who was here and they tried the cardamom? Yeah. Nusrat, can you unmute yourself? Can you tell what was the difference?
Well, the difference was, first of all, it was very big. The pods were big and they were open. And that was the main thing you explained, that the pods should be open. And the grains were quite black and big and very tasty.
Yana,
Oh,
when I got it home, my our cook at home started eating and said, "Oh, this is something else. I think we use only half of it in the tea, and still the tea was as fragrant." So, can you imagine how powerful it is when you pick the right ingredients, and then what a difference it makes? Sometimes 2 to 3 times more potent medicine is created with the right ingredients. I was inspired that day. Yeah, Nada, even you tried it. Yeah,
yeah, we were all together that day when you
yeah,
put.
yeah. Oh my God. And you took it home. How was it? Good, na?
I
Yeah.
shared it out. So when I next come,
Tell me, I'll get more of them. And then if you want, we can visit that place. I'd love
I'd
for
love to
just,
do that.
it's an experience. Okay.
And
It's a
try
very,
the saffron syrup.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
I'm also trying to figure out more saffron now because that's over. So
we'll talk
look,
about it. Okay.
yeah. So see, this is important. The quality of what you use, how powerful and potent the ingredients are. And the best way I learned was to just eat it and try it, and then you can figure out. So I bring all these ingredients, we come back and we're segregating, weighing them, and all of a sudden the cardamom draws the attention to it. So I'm eating one pod, then I'm feeling good, so I'm eating one more, then I'm feeling good and eating one more. Yeah, Nusrat, you raised your hand.
Yeah. Can you please let Sissy in? She's trying to join.
I will 100%
Because I
let her.
just sent her the link. She couldn't join. So thank
Ah,
you. Sorry.
okay, I think Dr. Rahul will.
See,
Sure.
I already admitted her. She is in.
Great. Awesome. So everything done, and then another pod, and I'm thinking I've had maybe 15, 20 pods of cardamom. So this is abnormal. Maybe this is a sign from some part of the universe that you should study cardamom. So I open all the books, start going through the Sanskrit verses of cardamom, and at the end of one of the verse it says, guess what? Incredible. This, I can never plan this better. This is as good as a miracle for me. It says in Sanskrit, Ela Arsha Kandu Daha Nashanam. And I'm thinking, what? This is not possible. Ela means cardamom, Arsha is hemorrhoids, and Kandu is itching, and Daha is burning, and Nashanam is that one destroys. So cardamom is the one that destroys uh, burning and itching in hemorrhoids, in piles. I thought, what? No, this is not. This is too good to be true. How is this possible? And how, why only cardamom? Do I have hemorrhoids? I know I don't. But what? Why is this? Why is this so? How is this possible? And I know everyone must have experienced sometime this moment, right? Where you just something you want to do and you cannot explain, and then now in hindsight, oh my God, this just fit in perfectly. Things happen for a reason, correct? Raise your hand. I want to see if you've had this kind of an experience, like a miracle experience. And it's just beautiful, yeah. So when this happens now, I just feel like, wow, this is something God's grace. So with God's grace, I look at it and instantly what I remember, whose face and whose hemorrhoids do I see? Yeah, I see this person. So I go down, I rush downstairs. His shift ends at 8. And now I have a bunch of cardamom and confidence that cardamom can help him, but no surety how it can help him, and no knowledge of how soon or why it took me so long to give him a solution. So I just bring down all the cardamom, about a handful. I look for him. It's 7:30. His shift is about to end. I finally meet him, catch hold of him, and look him in the eyes with excitement. He's just perplexed at this point that what is happening. I didn't meet you for 3 weeks and suddenly you look for me and catch hold of me. And I'm telling in my mind, I didn't meet you because I didn't know. What do I give you? I wanted to make that syrup for you, but I don't know. So now the big question comes that what will he think? Dr. Naram, this amazing master healer, his son, I met Dr. Naram 20 years back. He gave me such amazing treatment. And now his son, 3 weeks, I'm asking him, what do I do? And all he brings for me is cardamom. I could have done that. What is the use of this? So I'm trying to figure out what story do I make. And the only thing I can honestly tell him is this cardamom was kept with all other herbs, and maybe he assumed that now this cardamom is charged with herbs, maybe it's charged with essences, I don't know. I just hand him over saying, look, this is special cardamom, because it was special. It was not the ordinary cardamom that we get. It was really powerful, potent. Have this, take 10 tonight and meet me tomorrow, then I will guide you. And he says, take 10, really? I said, yeah, take 10, take one right now. He took one, he chewed it, even the peel, everything done. Says, now you now yes, exactly, this is Papa's picture. Yes. So he ate it, then he ate more, and he says, see, it's easy to eat. I ate 10, you eat 10. Now he eats 10, and then I meet him tomorrow morning, next day in the morning, 8:30. I'm eagerly waiting. Where are you? Where are you? Oh, I just jump on him. What? How are you? What is happening? He says, oh, what is happening about what? No, tell me, what happened? What happened? Do you feel different? And I'm expecting he's flying in the sky, something, as if from my expression. He's just about to reply, and I get blown away. So I was really unsure from my heart whether he'll even feel better. But I'm just curious what happened, because cardamom, but let's see. Because that's gonna define how good my medicine becomes as well, right? And what he told, I blown away. 70% burning gone, and this is 3 years old. In less than 12 hours, or about 12 hours, 70% of his burning is gone, he said, and itching is a little bit lesser. In a week's time, no more burning, no more itching. And it's been 5, 6 months now. It's still not there. Amazing, right? So I did make the syrup for him and give it to him, which deeply helped to resolve this. But the big moral of the story is, one is that there are some ingredients, and when you use it correctly, amazing stuff happens. Really cool stuff. For those who didn't hear the story, interesting what you got to know. Yeah, perfect. It's not yet out, so I'll not tell you yet. But if we meet, I will just give you one bottle of it to try it. There was a lady in March, I met her, and 13 years back, she started losing a lot of weight. And so her husband said, you have tuberculosis, and really got him on TB medication without testing or anything. So for 3 months, in those 3 months, her gut was destroyed. Then she actually got it tested and it was negative. So she stopped it. But she said that since the last 13 years, there's nothing other than simple dal, rice, potato, and sometimes roti that I can have. Nothing else. I've been living on this. Anything else, even tea, which she loved, if she had, she'd have about 6 hours of horrible stomach pain and then diarrhea. So when I gave this syrup to her, I knew that it works on Agni, because what I found was, in her body, Agni was bad. And at the same time, there was a lot of pitta that had become bad as well. That's why all this sensitivity and pain. So when we build the Agni, then other things get better. So when I gave that, in a week's time, she came and told me, I'm almost as good as normal, meaning I can eat 70% of the things I used to eat earlier, just in a week's time. So I will not share what this syrup is because it's not available. But my intent is to share with you ways to use ingredients from that syrup so that it works for you. Make sense? Awesome. So, Nara, before we get to the next part, I'd love for you to share something about the black raisins, because that's one of the most important parts of today.
Yeah, so after you gave us this recipe, I was using it for a few months. I stopped because of traveling, but I intend to come back because my digestion was very good with that. So I have a tendency to acidity, and if I eat something bad, I immediately feel. But with this, I really felt that it's really good for my stomach and for acidity. And I could digest even not that great food, in social gatherings and everything. And also, it helped me with my strength because with age and I think I lost a little bit and I couldn't do a lot in my dancing class, like jumping and doing it for a long time, and now I'm completely back to where I was like a while ago. So it really does help. So I intend to continue to using it the whole year and see what's the long-term results of this. But it really, like, for my stomach, it is really, really great.
Beautiful, huh? Thank you so much. And then you gave it to someone recovering from a surgery or something like that.
No, that's not me.
Ah, okay, okay. Then there's someone else. And I don't know. I don't remember. Let's not get into that. Okay. So now this is the core of why we met today. This is the core of what I wanted to share with you today. You will love this. This works, and this is important. There are these 30 plus ingredients, and in my experience of doing this, and I'm not going to speak anything until I've done it at least for 100 people, and I have done it. Not that I've told one of the Ayushakti doctors that, oh, give this black raisins to someone or give this to someone. No, when I have done it today, I have done it for at least 100. I stopped counting after 100, but at least 100 I have done it for, and this has worked. And like that lady I shared with you, or Nada shared this example. One more example is, who's been through migraines, had migraines? Yeah, I suffered from horrible migraines, and I suffered from something called as Pittaj Kas. I was in Minneapolis, and we had a similar call. And Dr. Arti, you asked me that, isn't it also when you hit your head, you see starry figures in the eyes when you cough? I had that, and this syrup actually was the one that I took, and in about 3 weeks, it was gone. For maybe 1.5 years, I kept getting that and it went away. But once that was gone forever. Still, I haven't got it back. So this is again, this all of this correlates to something. And when I share it with you, it's gonna be a lot of rich content in terms of directly from the Sanskrit verses. So is that okay? If it gets heavy, boring, let me know. I just want you to have so much trust in it that you know how important this is. And earlier I was excited about the bath recipe because that worked very well for pain. Then I was excited about the buttermilk because that worked very well for gut. And in my so far, whoever I have give this to, this is at the very top, very, very top, at the absolute top. And that is, okay, that is black raisins. Black raisins, always. 100% at the absolute top is black raisins. Everything I have ever done, when I remember Papa and Mummy sharing this, I remember how passionately Papa had shared about this, but never I understood because I hated fruits and I still don't eat fruits. But black raisins, oh my God, this is on a next level. So, here, let's get into some more important ways to use it and how it works and how it really works. Huh? Um, so, I'll share with you one more story. And one day I'll have Vishal. Vishal, you know Vishal Patel. Vishal Patel, he'll come and share with you as well about the black raisins. But I'm going to share with you one more story. And let me know if I've shared this before. Recently, I was treating someone with chronic kidney disease, and he was going for dialysis about 3 times a week. Do you remember this? Okay, no, then very good, perfect. Because this will make things more relevant, and then to discuss how to use black raisins, what combinations is more easy. So when he came to me, the biggest challenge he faced was his stomach was rock hard, really hard. Lot of gas inside it, couldn't pass stools properly, and walking from walking about 10 meters was a difficult task. He'd be breathless, tired, he needed help, people to carry him, and extremely difficult. At a certain point, he would start feeling dizzy, not oriented, needing to sit down, would fall. So you can see that how life gets extremely difficult at that point. This went on. When we began, I gave him Papa's kidney mantra syrup because I wanted to bring it back. So I had gone to the factory to make it. When we did, just a moment, just a He was taking kidney mantra syrup and then this syrup for the gut, which is made with black raisins. I just had confidence that something will work, his Agni will get better. The moment his Agni recovers, everything else will get better, slowly and steadily. Here, now, one more thing I'll share with you. This is from Charak Samhita, from the module on treatment and treatment of the gut disorders. It says, what depends on Agni? What depends on Agni? आयुर्वर्णो बलम स्वास्थ्य उत्साहोपचयो प्रभा ओजस तेजो अग्नयः प्राणश्चोक्ता देहा agni hetuka. That means that your life, the quality and quantity, the color of your face, the glow on your face, then your ability to feel healthy and vital, and your enthusiasm. So sometimes we feel low enthusiasm and sometimes we feel a lot of enthusiasm. Your enthusiasm and your aura of positiveness, of good beingness, attractiveness, and your ojas. Your there's a different word now, but glow. There is glow and there is like a fiery glow, meaning someone looks at you and like, oh my god, you're beaming with light, you're beaming with life. Make sense? That quality and your prana itself, everything depends on how good or bad your Agni is. This is from the Charak. So I knew that if you help Agni, something amazing happens. But I just didn't know how good can it happen. And the moment this happened, I'll send a video of him. He's in speaking in a different language, but I'll ask Dr. Hemang if he can share a video. He spoke that in 10 days, he could walk more than 10 meters and not feel tired. Gut was good, dizziness almost gone, and a glow came back on his face. Now, typically, people who are on dialysis, their face is very, very dull, even black sometimes, if you've seen them. I have never seen such a big shift in such a short time. At least I don't remember seeing, quite frankly. Now, can this happen to everybody? I don't know. But I know and I saw it that it happened over there. And then I also saw that when you help heal Agni, big shift comes. Make sense with me so far? So now we want to find out that one of the component inside the body that can block Agni and heal Agni and how to deal with that. Make sense? Okay, now we're going to get very deep in lot of some content. So all these stories connect because Agni worked. The moment Agni worked, those things which were disturbing the whole constitution began to work. We can think of that Agni is blocked because of toxins. So you can do two things. Stop adding toxins, and only that also works if the toxins aren't too big and Agni has not become too small. Then in that case, stop adding toxins. And most people, you must have experienced when you go on a mung bean soup and vegetables diet. In some time, suddenly skin gets better, thoughts are clearer, enthusiasm comes in. Yeah, that's because you just stopped adding toxins. That's it. And then the Agni took care of itself. But the second thing is, now you stop adding toxins, but still it's not getting better. Then what do you do? Then there are two more things you can do. And one of them is very common. You can do it toxins, no toxins, doesn't matter. You can do it anytime. But the other thing is less common. So two things you can do when you've stopped adding toxins, still it's not getting good. Do something to digest the toxins. So supply Agni externally. Give external supply of Agni, which is from food, from home remedies, from herbal remedies, whatever. I don't know. Anything you pick, how you want to do it. Walk more, do light exercise, very, very light. Because if you do heavy exercise in arm, then that's dangerous. And why it is, it's a long discussion. I experienced this. I had a bad fever when I had a lot of arm and did exercise, and it when you see this, it'll happen. So maybe next time I share with you about that whole mechanics of exercise and arm and all that. But you supply Agni. right? Or supply something that digests the toxins, supply digestion of the toxins. And the other thing that you can do, which you can do even when there are weak Agni, okayish Agni, and higher toxins, doesn't matter. You supply something that helps increase Agni without increasing Pitta and digesting the toxins. That's the golden combination. If you can reach that combination, everything that you can take that increases Agni also increases Pitta. But what if you could do something that increases Agni but doesn't increase Pitta and still digests the toxins or Make sense? Then that becomes like a gold. That becomes gold in your hands. Now, what else? What if, because Agni was bad in the eyes, or excessive something happened and eyes came inside the doshas and the eyes became bad? What if lungs became bad? What if something came inside the bladder and lot of mucus in the bladder? And that's usually prameha in the Charak Samhita. In Basti, there's a lot of mucus. And then prameha. People say it's diabetes, but I don't agree. It's more, prameha is a little bit different. So that comes. Or what if body is smelling bad? That's also a sign that pitta is bad and agni is kind of bad. So what if you could find a way to really help in all those? Then do you agree you have a big solution to many things? Yeah. See, this is important. So the first stage always would still remain that you just fast and try it out. But what I saw, why I love black raisins so much, is now we get into it. So what do we want? We don't want pitta to increase. What do we want? We want still toxins to come out of the body. And that's not just pooping them out or peeing them out. It can be sweating them out. It can be with your ears. It can be with eyes, with tears. Tears, they come out. But you want that wherever there is waste on the body, all of that waste is optimized. And it actually carries out bad stuff and throws it away. You want that. Second is, while doing that, even if you don't have a good Agni, because what is enthusiasm? This in Charak it's written, enthusiasm also depends on Agni, correct? Right? So if we don't have arm, but we still don't feel enthusiastic, that probably could mean that we don't have arm, but our Agni has still weakened. Make sense? And then we work on our Agni to make it better until we feel enthusiastic and we feel glowing, we feel Kanti and Prabha and Ojas and Varna, all of those. So now again, what else? Lungs could get bad if there is lack of Agni. Heart can get bad if there is lack of Agni, right? And if the toxins aren't being flushed out, then heart will keep getting worse. Now, the mind, they say, is rooted in the heart. So when the heart is unwell, the mind, it becomes unwell because of that relationship. Make sense? Yeah? Good so far? And what I noticed, what I observed was that if I could give something to people who came to me to be treated, what would that one thing be? That would be the most important, which I wanted to give them immediately. Even if they would get a relief after a year, at least they get this immediately. And so Papa would talk about this, Mummy talks about this, and Charak talks about this. That is, remember when Dr. Komal taught us three kinds of life? There is Hita Ayu, there is Dirgha Ayu, and then there is Sukha Ayu. Meaning, Sukha is happy life, Hita, Dirgha is long life, and Hita is beneficial life, a life that gives benefit to others, even yourself and everyone around you. So if I could give one thing, that someone's not having a good gut or a bad liver or something terminal, something whatever, even if I couldn't save their life, what is one thing I would love for them to be in a state of? What would it be? Happy? Yeah, at least that. At least feeling joy and not misery. Their body could be in whatever state, but they would at least be joyful. Correct? Right? And what if they had a good heart? Now, I'm not saying good heart means suddenly you're clear from blockages or you're this or pumping's good. No, not in that sense. In the Ayurvedic sense, that when the Hruday is good, then the mana is good, mind, and then moods become good. Joyfulness comes from within. Does this make sense so far? Yeah, where we are going. This was my observation when I looked back at what is happening to everyone who is consuming black raisins in a certain way. And then suddenly I thought, wow, this is too good. And it was consistent. So even though the challenge did not resolve fully, something happened and the person felt happier. So now I'll read out a few things from the ancient texts about black raisins, just so, and some research papers. Then I want to give you different combinations. Where are we at time? Oh, we are very good. We are on time. Little bit even ahead of time. Little bit ahead. Okay, good. So look, according to the ancient texts, black raisins, specifically, not just any, but black raisins, which are sweet in taste, not the sour ones. Sour are okay, but sweet in taste, sweet ones. They are very good for bleeding disorders like heavy menstruation, nasal bleeding, ear bleeding, or hemorrhoid bleeding, such. If you have bitter taste in your mouth, these are, we'll start with simple stuff, then go deeper. Who has had bitter taste in the mouth ever? Yeah. Now that is a sign that Agni isn't working well and not digesting Pitta. And Vata is also going up and taking Pitta up and now tasting bitter in the mouth. So black raisins help in bitter taste in the mouth. Now where else they help? They help in when your body is depleting. So remember I told you about this person, Sneha's from Sneha's side, and then Sneha invited Sneha and I looked at them. Now he was depleting, and now he's feeling stronger. He's eating 2 meals because he's that hungry. That means Agni increased. Now, if Agni increased, will other things get better? I believe 100% they will get better. But how to increase Agni is the main thing, no? So I gave him the syrup which increases Agni, but the black raisins are the key for that. That helped him in depleting body tissues. Then fever, yeah. And black raisins work where more? Where breathing conditions like shwas, meaning wheezing, breathlessness, these conditions. But there's a very special way that black raisins supposed to work in that. Then when, so I had another experience with this syrup, and I'm quoting the syrup, but I'm telling you that black raisins are important if taken in the right quantities. In some ways they work like the syrup. So I had a couple of people who were, and this is just an experiment. They were gonna go drink, have strong alcohol, not just little like is there weak alcohol? No, weak meaning like lesser concentrated, and then strong meaning which is concentrated. Yeah, so strong alcohol, and they'd have a lot one after the other. So I asked them, just have the syrup before you start, and then tell me what happens. And I was waiting eagerly. It happened once. I couldn't believe it. So I tried again. So do it again with someone else. Ultimately, when it happened repeatedly, I got to know that when they take this syrup, they were not hungover anymore and didn't actually have nausea, vomiting, but felt far better. Now, does that mean they could drink more? I don't know. But that does mean that everything written in our ancient texts, word for word, worked at this time. Because it says that black raisins can be given in alcoholism, chronic alcoholism, and actually starts helping to calm down certain things which crave that alcohol. It's true or not, I don't know, but I did it and something worked. And then, so the interesting how it works. And then the next is dizziness, delusion, Moha. And then it says Kamla, meaning liver diseases, jaundice, all of these. These are all from the ancient texts. Now, there are some modern researches that I was referring for this particular call to tell you what happens. In the modern researches, it talks about serotonin and resveratrol and anti-aging and all of that. It says that black raisins have in their skin there is resveratrol. And so, have you heard of this? Yeah. So this is quite common. Have you heard of how is it? One moment. It's there is a basically. Have you heard of blood-brain barrier? Okay, super. So have you heard of glyco? How I forgot the name. Just a moment. Let me check my notes. Glycocalyx. Have you heard of glycocalyx? No, this is just interesting. That's why I'm sharing with you. Okay, I don't want to go too much in these because it's nothing like these herbs don't need to prove themselves to you or to me. We just believe them, we trust them. But this is good to know, good information. Now, black raisins have something which works on something called as glycocalyx. Now, glycocalyx is a carbohydrate or sugary layer around the brain which filters what enters and what exits, or at least what enters, and prevents toxins from going in. Now, when this destroys, more toxins can come in. As a result, will the brain get better or weaker? Naturally weaker. I mean, even good things and toxins, but everything comes in if this destroys or starts to degenerate. There are few ingredients which actually help the glycocalyx. Mucins are one of them. But when I searched more deeper, then I was able to find out correlations of how tests done, and even on mice and humans, showed that the hippocampus had actually better quality nerves, better quality cells, and more in number the cells compared to those which didn't take black raisins. And it showed that there are ways in which it can actually benefit the glycocalyx. But you have to really interpret all these. So I was quite amazed at that point. Then I went back to the ancient texts, and now this is my favorite part. The ancient texts have said that because black raisins are not dry, they are unctuous, and they cause virichin, but so mild that you cannot even tell, that when there is breathing disorders, they do anuloman, downward movement, normalizing the vata so that the breathing disorder starts to get helped. And what else they do? They actually, something very interesting. They said they do mala shodhan, meaning the purification of your waste products. That just doesn't mean your stools, but also urine, also anything from the ears, tears. And since I have been taking this, yesterday Sneha and I got a new machine. Let me show it to you. It's such an interesting machine. It's you get to see, you get to visualize your ears with this. I was fascinated by it. But when I was seeing, she says, no, your ears don't have anything in it. I said, what? That's not possible. All my life, since childhood to now, I grew up with so much coming out of my ears. At a point, I thought if I collect it, maybe there's a candle possible at the end of the year. That much, okay? And Papa, same. Mummy, extremely clean. Now we're checking, and for the first time, I don't have anything inside. And I started noticing that when I took that syrup or black raisins, I would have more amount of waste products come out for the first 1 week. And then I just feel like everything inside me is different, just different. Very interesting experience. Very, very, very interesting. Fascinating experience this was. So what else? What else? Now, I this is helpful, no? If you have to explain black raisins to someone else, if you tell them all these things, it's interesting. Now, black raisins particularly are also referenced to work on the muscles around the lungs. So I think it's the external intercostal muscles, the internal intercostal muscles, and the diaphragm. I'm not naming them. I'm just telling you that the reference from the texts, because they work on that, I'm assuming it works on this. In my experience, I saw it work on that. Yeah. Nadia, that's a very good question. How much to take is a very, very good question. Uh, ideally 20 to 50 grams, but you got to pick and choose that 20 grams is feeling right, or do I need more? Maybe I can digest more. 20 to 50 grams. If one raisin is about 1.5 grams, you might want to take 20 to 50 raisins. Make sense? Perfect. Now, Nada, do you have that home remedy which I had shared during our call, during the 3-month call?
Yeah,
Can
uh,
you share that?
it's half a cup raisins. It's 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds, 2 teaspoon of coriander seeds, 3 cardamoms, a pinch of asafoetida, and I think pinch of black pepper. Let me check. I
Super.
can find it easily.
Mhm. I don't remember it, but it was very fast what you shared. I'll also pull it out and share it with you. Okay, super. So let me share this with Dr. Rahul. Can you, Dr. Rahul, share this full message on the group or in the chat? So just while I've shared it in the chat as well. So just while even Dr. Rahul shared it, just while we have a look at this remedy, recently I got a message from one of the people who took the raisin recipe and the syrup and all of that. They messaged that while we were losing weight, she got to something like 38 kilograms or something, very, very weak, very skin and bones almost. So when she began this, the bigger problem was she wasn't feeling hungry. So even if she wanted to gain weight, she couldn't, because she couldn't eat food. And within 3 to 4 days of this, she started to wanting to eat food. And eventually, after eating, she started gaining weight and strength. And that was very quickly. If she would have had just dates or just something heavy, she would gain weight. But Agni would not come back to what it was. And this was important because Agni started to come back to what it was. Yeah, that is why it is important. Now, when you see this recipe, you will see that it's very specific, very particular to do some things in certain way and keep it like that. Because if you do this way, then the results are very, very good. I've seen it work so well. Perfect. When you take black raisins and start feeling happier, to make it work even better, like when we are in depression, feeling very low, just we want to be perked up, we want to be getting more enthusiasm. Then what do you do? So in the same recipe, you can add about 6 to 10 threads of saffron. Because when I started seeing that, that was a very interesting that the way it worked. And then Papa would tell, Mummy tells that when you want to calm down, then I have seen them saying that add nutmeg, 1 to 2 pinches of nutmeg, not more than that. Yeah, super. This is just additional, huh? Perfect. So, having said this, I wanted to build so much importance for black raisins because that's how important they are. That's the kind of work they create in our life. And you can imagine they are so important. That's why we dedicated this whole call just for black raisins and to share with you how it works, what it does, all of that. If you have any questions, please ask and share your thoughts. If you feel excited to use black raisins, you can unmute yourself and share. If you have questions, you can ask. Whatever, I'm here for you.
I had asked about the diabetics
Huh,
and raisins.
huh. Okay, that's a very good question. So I was in Pune when someone asked me, when I never even thought about this question, but they told me is a very famous gynecologist, and they told me that the how we say diabetics can take black raisins. So I asked, why is that so? And then he explained to me that black raisins, when grapes are how we say grapes are made into black raisins, the sugar in them becomes soluble fibers, and as a result they don't have that strong or a immediate release and spike in the body. But at the same time, if you take smaller quantities and switch, instead of eating one big tablespoon of rice or 2 tablespoons of rice, you eat lesser and switch it for black raisins. I think that's a healthier thing to do. Yeah, then you just end up consuming more or less similar but something better. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. I think Aparna, you had raised your hand from a long time. And then we'll come to you, Raven.
Okay.
Yeah. So I like this remedy because my body type is bit pitta. Anything improving digestion, it heats up. So
Huh.
when I did the 2 week course with Dr. Shane last year, I had this question: how to improve digestion without increasing the heat. So
Huh.
you just perfectly answered my question. I have
No.
one more question. Um,
Yeah.
Even if I'm healthy, exercise, everything, my cholesterol doesn't go down. Um, I actually had seen your mom, and because of Ayushakti, my knees are so good. I am regular there. When I come to India, I do come. I bring my mom, take massage there for my mom. So
Mm.
my knees are really doing good. I recognize many people from this call too. So
Oh.
yeah, any suggestion for cholesterol and thyroid health would help me.
Super. That's a very good
Yeah,
question.
I'm following the Ayushakti Thyrox protocol these days.
Acha. Okay.
I
Very
see
good.
Dr. Ashwini because she comes here to US.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice. That is perfect. That is perfect. So, do you also meet with Dr. Ashwini online?
Last I met in February because I was in India, but I was just for 2 days, so I couldn't come to the Malad Center. So
Huh.
whenever Dr. Smita's clinic is there, I do come there.
Okay, perfect. So I don't want to give something just over the top for thyroid or what was the other you said?
Cholesterol?
Huh. For these, but cholesterol, there is a very simple remedy that mom gives to many people. Even for thyroid, there is. For both, there is. I'll just share that with you. What I've seen mom and dad give everyone around the world. For thyroid, I've seen hypo or hyper.
Hypo.
Hypo, very good. So what usually is recommended, and many Ayushakti doctors follow this, about an inch of fresh turmeric with 1 to 2 pinches of black pepper and 1 teaspoon of cow's ghee to eat on an empty stomach in the morning. And then You know balada oil? Balada oil?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen applying on a cotton and then placing on the throat for half an hour, 20 minutes to help nourish the thyroid. Yeah. And then for cholesterol, what I have seen is in again for cholesterol, you want to go more deep in diet because that is more important. But in general, and it's very tricky if I even share this, but in general, so cholesterol granules in Ayushakti are
Yeah.
primarily with psyllium husk.
Mhm.
That helps. But you want to also take sometimes flax seeds help or improving the ratio, then avocado and so on will help. What I've seen with cholesterol, it's a lot to do with your diet. More,
Diet is really good.
yeah. But one thing, who has cholesterol?
Me,
You have, right? Okay.
yeah,
So,
all the issues are with whatever home remedy I make, my husband helps improve.
nice. So maybe try this black raisins and then tell me because this is delicious. So first of all, the black raisins are delicious. This whole remedy is awesome. I love it. And because black raisins reduce vata and pitta, most of the conditions today I've seen are because of vata and pitta, because they do cleansing of the wastes of the body. So it helps to remove arm in some ways, not in some ways. But with the whole remedy itself, I've seen it helps remove arm. And plus, it helps clean up kapha in a very interesting way, but not directly. So try this and then message me how it is, or message Dr. Ashwini what is happening. Can you do that?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, perfect. And
Thank you.
one thing I was learning, so I just Sneha and I were doing a course with Harvard School of Medicine on clinical drug development and clinical methodologies and all of that. A very good course, okay, very very good. But I discovered in that course that they said, don't quote me on this, but I'm telling you from memory that when you consume statins, there are antigens on the liver which detect cholesterol in the blood, and with statins they actually reduce in number. So eventually the effectiveness of that statin reduces, but effectiveness of the body to even process that cholesterol reduces, on something on those lines. I don't remember fully. And do you know about this, Aparna?
Yeah, a little bit. I just keep away from however many medicines I can. Means,
That's good,
yeah,
that's good.
I don't tend
I'm
to gain weight or anything because I maintain diet, exercise, everything.
huh.
Uh, so generally, I'm follow, and moon soup is at least 3 days a week for me. Yeah, means, it certainly has helped. If diet and all
Yeah.
these remedies are helping me, I don't want to take any statins.
Yeah, and this is nothing against anybody. Okay, I think even modern medicine is doing some amazing breakthroughs. Just from what I read in learned in that course, it was very impressive. It's just I choose to love and be in absolute adoration of our ancient texts, and I'll just specialize and always be there. That is my life. I love that. So that is that. Yes. Let's go to Raven and then go to Nina.
Hi, Krishna.
Yan
I'm.
was also there. Let's see.
Can you
But
hear me? Can you hear me? Okay.
I can hear you very okay. I can. Everybody can hear you okay.
Oh, good. I'm in the U.S. and when I go to Indian stores, I sometimes see black raisins, but they're never organic. Is that important that they be organic?
That's a good question. Okay, so now that's a very good question. With so many toxins going in the body, even I think about that. When I use black raisins for medicine, there are two things I have to make sure. One is they're sweet. Okay, so more than two things, but I just said two, but more than two things. One is they're sweet. Second is they're with seeds. Third is they're organic, because this, if you're using for medicine, you want to make the best thing possible. And fourth is they're sulfur free. Sulfur free. because sulfur is very commonly added on it, and almost all the black raisins I found in the market in India were having sulfur on it, and that isn't good. That's not at all good. So that helps to answer what you are saying, yeah?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
And I have one more question, and that is,
Please.
should the raisins be soaked before you use them? Before you eat them?
That's okay. That's okay. If you see the recipe, we're gonna boil the raisins for almost easily good 30
Oh,
minutes. But
okay.
if you soak the raisins, drink the water as well along with the raisins.
Okay.
And they're anyways very soft, so you can easily eat, drink, everything. We have 7 more minutes before which we depart. So I'm gonna ask, is that okay? That helps?
That's perfect. Thanks.
Awesome. Yes, Nina.
Thanks for all the information, honestly. It's very helpful and a very eye-opening, to be very honest. I am surprised with all the detail that you shared. So thank you once again. So my question is that would it also help the blood pressure?
Huh, that's a good question. Even I would think about it. I don't know if they'll help. In typically from, if I think that, oh, pitta and the liquid is increased, the drava gun is increased, and black raisins help the pitta, then in that sense, logically, I think yes, it can help. But you gotta try it and do it, because I have honestly, I have never thought to give it for blood pressure. I have only thought to give it for certain things which I shared with you. But try it.
Will
It's,
do. Yeah, I was
yeah,
just
but also
wondering, all
control
your
your,
expertise, maybe you might have a right answer, but thank you.
yeah. When I don't know, I don't know. If I
Yes,
know for sure, I'm gonna
agree.
tell you confidently. This is it. Do it, and you're gonna be happy. All right.
Of course. And when I come to India this winter, I'm planning to, hopefully I'm going to meet you.
Yeah. Please welcome, welcome,
Yes.
welcome. In
Well, yeah, I'm in
perfect,
US too.
perfect. Oh, awesome. And one more thing for blood pressure. No, what I have seen.
Mhm.
I have seen this. One of my someone very close to me went through high blood pressure recently, and all that we did, this was a very interesting noting, very interesting noting, that several people close to me went through high blood pressure just in the last 4 weeks. Who knows who's observed this, that suddenly you saw people around you go through high blood pressure just the last 4 weeks, not before, no, nothing, maybe one event. Yeah, interesting. So I started to investigate more deep, that why did this happen? Why is this happening now? Why in this moment? Before we jump into answers, or oh, take this, take Rakta Shanti, or take this, take that. You can always do that, but also it's important to ask, why is this happening? Why now? Why not before? Why not later? Why now? And if it's one person, I understand. But why so many people right this moment? Is there something special in the stars or what? So now, interesting. Okay, this is my conclusion. I know 90% in my heart, I'm sure that this is it. The season changes from summer to rains in India, but also the season changes in all over the world. Even if it's not rains, there is something else. Either ways, Agni is very bad, very, very bad. Now, everybody who came with high blood pressure to me in the last 4 weeks, everyone I saw, that Agni was very, very bad, and they'd been eating like anything during this time. And eating like anything, meaning for them it was normal, but still they could not digest it because Agni was so low. And they had one thing common: we just feel bloated and gassy, but nothing seems to come out. Or we feel acidity and sour belching, but it's just not feeling comfortable. We feel heavy, hard or heavy in the stomach. And then few of them listened to me, and I just said, just fast, do only these things, and have this syrup. Now that syrup, Dr. Arti asked, is it the same as the recipe? No, the recipe is a weaker version of the syrup, but I asked them to take the syrup, which helped the Agni, which in just 2 doses, I found out no more bloat, burping, and feeling of bloatedness. and today the BP was normal, and this was in 2 doses. So, and the others, the same thing. When they controlled the food, the blood pressure started to come. So I'm not saying that do this, do that. I'm just saying this was my observation that this season vata is supposed to increase. So what I thought was, because vata increases, all this bloats up, there is less space to pump and move, and that would be.
And honestly, you made such a good I am actually relating, right? I'm not in India, but even the season change, right? From spring to hot summer. And all of a sudden, my regular blood pressure started shooting at 170 with no reason, with my regular diet. And also, I was feeling the heartburn. Um, so I started taking Rolaids. My doctor prescribed me so that my the heart burning gets low. But I can relate very, very much to what you are saying, that maybe the season, but again, the jump of the such a variation of the blood pressure, it's coming to me as a surprise. When I wake up, it's 110. When in the evening, it jumps to 153. I'm like, wow, 40, 50 um, percent or whatever the number is. And
Yeah. This is very interesting how gut, and just for me, honestly, I saw that. And then when I helped the gut, they didn't need anything. They didn't even Ayurvedic stuff for blood pressure. Because at that point I was just sure this is not whatever it may be, but in as per the Charak Samhita, it looks like Adman. And Adman, when you help the gut, everything else gets better. Make sense? For these conditions,
yes.
when I observed. So that's that. Now there is so many people raised their hands, and there was one person who. I hope this helps, huh, Nina?
Yes, really appreciate it. So I
Good.
think that all starts with gut. That's the bottom line.
Okay, awesome, perfect.
Thank you.
Now we have more. Let's just take one question and then go, because already time up. We're 90 minutes in, and someone had raised their hands from the very start. Yasmin, I see you, but there was one person before that who I saw. I don't see them. Dr. Sanjay, did you raise your hands from the beginning? You also were there, but I just assumed maybe you're participating in something I asked.
No, I just raised it a couple of minutes ago.
Okay, fine. No, but you raised your hand to ask something or just participate in the question?
No, ask a question.
Okay, please.
So if you recall, there was a conversation that you were having with the other providers on Ayushakti study group earlier in the year about black raisins. And I remember looking at it regarding black raisins being used for sports, that it was something may help sports-related athletes. And then you had mentioned that you would visit it later. I thought if this may be a good chance to reflect on that or continue that conversation about black raisins.
That's a very good question. Very good thought. I wouldn't be coming back to that right now. There is more I need to dig deep in that for me to tell you something that can be breakthrough and certain that it will work the way I am seeing it work. Make sense?
Yes.
Perfect. It does work very well for exercising and for strength and stamina. I have seen that. I just want to test the limits of it. Because when I lifted from 65 kgs or 55 kgs to 95 kgs within 3 days, that was incredible. But I want to see if how was that and in what way. And it's not still done. So I know it helps. I just don't know how much.
Okay. I look forward to it.
Perfect. Now the last question, Yasmin, I would love for you to ask, and then we depart for today.
Well, hi, Yali Madad. Anyway, my question is not today's session. I just wanted to know something for the fatty liver. That's all.
That's a good question. Let's one moment. For fatty liver, I want to know something you can send me more, like reports and all of that. And meanwhile, in if I were going through fatty liver, I would have started with the black raisins and then cut down on a lot of foods which would cause fatty liver. And there are a
Oh,
lot of fatty foods as well. But I would, if I were having fatty liver, I would definitely start with the black raisins for sure.
all right. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you. Uh, I see some more hands raised. I'm tempted to answer, but I think we need to end right now. So much love to you. We can meet again in some months and discuss more deeper. Maybe write down your questions, send it to Dr. Hemang, or he'll put in an email ID. You can write to that, write on the study group. And I'm so excited you're here. I love you and I'm with you. Namaskar, namaskar.
Namaskar.
Wow.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank
Krishna.
you.
Dr.
Thank
Krishna.
you.
Thank you.
Dr. Krishna.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Dr.
everyone,
Krishna.
for joining
So
this
great
wonderful
to see you.
session.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Dr.
Thank
Krishna
you.
and
Linda.
Ayushakti
Thank you,
team.
Doctor.
Yes.
Very
Thank you.
We,
inspiring.
we
Beautiful.
will schedule another call.
Ha, beautiful.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Also, we will share this recording to with everyone. Okay. So you can watch again and again.
Nice.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Hem.
Thank you.
Thanks.